is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Turn on $20 text-to-speech. Make a shit ton of money. Now, as you all know, I'm only about the money, right? Over the years, every single decision that I've ever made when it came to content creation was all about the money, right? I accepted every single opportunity to make every single penny that I possibly could. In fact, I'm just a vacuum that sucks in money from the internet from every direction. I'm like a giant black hole that I gobble up tons of monetary stuff, right? Of course, we all know that, right? Now, here's the thing, okay? Some people say text-to-speech is absolutely hilarious and worth it and stuff like that, okay? Why? Because it's funny. People obviously are going to pay to say something ridiculous on the stream. But here's the thing, like, the difference is text-to-speech to see someone say something silly versus text-to-speech to see someone be incredibly malicious, insulting, dumb, and or doing something hurtful. So I'll give you an example here, alright? If someone comes on stream and does a $20 text-to-speech and they're laughing about me sucking at a game, or, you know, they call me ugly, or they reference my accident from 2016, or one of those dumb things, who gives a shit, right? I don't care about that. You don't care about that. No one cares about that, right? It's just nonsense. Let them do what they want, alright? But in reality, we all know what would really happen, alright? Within moments of me turning on text-to-speech, people would come on here and they would start doxing people. Not just me, but others, and that's a liability. It's one thing to dox me because I've been doxed a million times on the internet, but if they start coming on here like, hey, watch this, I'm going to put dox information on Phil's stream, he's going to say it out loud, now he's liable because it said it on his stream, right? Or they're going to come out and say, oh, here's some racist stuff, here's the N-word, and here's all this and all that, right? And they're going to do it on purpose in order to get me in trouble. Because what it is they're going to try to say, hey, so you took immediate benefit from taking in the donations, but man, those donations totally weren't worth it, because you immediately got you, like, in trouble on YouTube, right? Truth is, you are absolutely responsible for what you broadcast on YouTube. You are. Or Twitch or anywhere. You're responsible. Now, yes, there's some leniency. If someone finds a way to skirt the rules or whatever, right? There you go. But basically, turning on text-to-speech is poking the hornet's nest, right? It's like, why would I bother with that? Because you know exactly what would happen. People would immediately find a way to abuse the system and or get me in trouble. That's the same reason why my leaderboard at the bottom has always been manually updated by me. Because there's tons of ways to do an automatic leaderboard. And be like, oh, well, Phil doesn't do that because he's outdated. It's not because I'm outdated. It's because I ultimately want to keep control of my content. If I didn't do that, I would have gotten in trouble dozens of times anywhere I stream from people putting fucking nonsense down there. That's nasty stuff. And the thing is, I don't want to have that on my content.
It's not me, it's the trolls.
And it doesn't matter how much you try or whatever. Unless you ultimately control it all, people will find a way to skirt any protections or any system in place. It doesn't matter, oh, I can put up safeguards to stop it from saying this, or it doesn't work. People find ways around all of it. It's a skill for some of these people. How do I sit here for hours on end and find a way to say something racist, even though there's all the safeguards in place? I'll still find it, get them in trouble, right? So, it's just a waste of time. I mean, would I immediately have some short-term personal gain? Yes. Would it be worth it for the fact that likely my stream would be in hot water and get shut down and suspended and all these problems? Hell no. So, no, I'm not doing that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay.
Oh, here we go, this idiot. I am pleased that we curtailed the trolling nonsense. That's a good thing. All they can do, look, all they can do is they can join a party chat temporarily and then fucking say like something really stupid and then they get, basically they're out of there. And that's all they can do. They can't actually join the game or do anything, apparently. So let's back out again and let's restart. Remember, I gotta restart to a new party here. I have no idea. I think you can stop chat messages from showing on the screen in options. I don't know how. I think it's somewhere around here there's like, oh, you know, blank out.
It says, as someone who used to watch all your content, the reason I stopped I stopped tuning out completely. Maybe he means I started tuning out completely, because this doesn't seem to make sense. So let's try this again. As someone who, I'm just going to read it word for word and you figure out what it means. As someone who used to watch all of your content, the reason I stopped tuning out completely is because of the begging. I know you don't count it as begging, but mentioning support and memberships every 5 minutes became absolutely unbearable and completely ruined the experience for me, to the point it started to become cringeworthy. You're at your best when you're playing something you genuinely enjoy. Don't be afraid to go back and replay classics, personal favorites, or things that you want to play instead of the next new hype thing that just fizzles out after 2 sessions. First of all, I have never once in any piece of content mentioned it every 5 minutes. That's ridiculous. But that's the thing. People tend to remember and emphasize things they don't like. That's true, right? Like, you'll be watching a movie, and you'll enjoy the movie, and there's 2 scenes you hate. So what do you think about after you walk out of that movie? The 2 scenes you absolutely fucking hated resonate in your head. You can't forget them, right? So you may actually have a overly negative opinion on the movie, even though overall the movie was great, except for those 2 scenes. You just can't get it out of your head. So I understand what this person is saying. They're obviously extrapolating upon what they're trying to say. What they're trying to say is, me mentioning contributions is annoying, and doing it too much turns people off. I know this.
That's not begging. That's business.
I absolutely know this. This is not, rocket science. This is not a revelation. This is something that I've heard year after year after year. First of all, to some people, even hearing once, hey, you can contribute, oh my God, right? But what's crazy to me is, they say that, but then they go and they watch content creators that have paid promotion present in this video. Giant segment of a paid promotion. Or a podcaster who literally their entire podcast border is blinking ads. We've seen that on this very show and or other React events that I've done. There's other podcasts where it's literally the entire border is fucking ads. That doesn't bother you? That's okay. But if the content creator says, hey guys, so how can you support me today? Well, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, please consider it. And then maybe a couple times during the stream, hey guys, so just so you know, would be great we get some support because it's on the slower side right now. We got this, we got this. If you like the content, please support it, right? And I get it. Sometimes I mention it too much. Absolutely, 100% will agree with you. Sometimes I get pushy, and usually those are times when I'm feeling a little nervous, right? Like a week where maybe it's been 2-3 days straight where it's been slow days. So here, perfect example. This week, yesterday, I did my React show, and I did Starfield. React show did all right. We got a few gifted memberships to the channel and almost hit the tier 1 tips goal. So it was a decent stream. Late night stream was dead. Starfield is always going to be dead. The game is dead. No one cares about this game anymore, but I need to see the end, right? So it's like, I probably would have done better, all right, not playing Starfield. If I didn't play the game and I just sat here and talked to you guys for 2 hours, I probably would have had a more profitable stream, just being honest, right? So I knew that was going to happen, but we got to finish it. I take my job seriously. This isn't Phil dicks around and makes money. This is Phil actually cares about doing a professional job.
I like how you're laughing, too.
Well, it's funny.
I can't rank Starfield in my year-end awards till I beat it. So I have to beat it first. Even if it means I have several streams where I make, like, nothing, I still have to do it. I have to bite the bullet. Other content creators are like, oh, the game's not good, no one likes it anymore, stop playing it forever, play something that will make me money. That's not what I'm about, alright? But yeah, admittedly, yesterday was a slow day. Now, today, I hope that things will pick up again. I mentioned it a little bit, and now we play and we see what happens. If you haven't noticed, on a day when things are going well, if contributions are coming in well and everything, I don't mention it? Did you ever notice that? I'm not constantly mentioning it. Hey guys, even though I completely exceeded every goal I have on stream today, please keep contributing. I don't do that. I only do it to remind people if it's a situation where things are on the slower side. And you know what? That's a necessary evil of not having tons of fucking ads on my stream. No referral codes, no blinking product placements, Dollar Shave Club and all that shit, right? That's the result of that. Not having that crap forced down your throat means I do have to every once in a while remind everyone to please support the content.
And every single person could, oh, that's e-begging. That's not begging. That's advertisement.
But again, this is what makes me different, and this is why I'm still here after 15 years, and I'm still the same dude. I'm not someone who's completely transformed into someone that you don't recognize and you don't like. When you watch my content, you know what you're getting. Me and my true opinions and the real me. I don't answer to a sponsor. I don't have to worry about having someone drop me because I said something so bad today that I was truly, opinionated about, right? So, it goes hand in hand. You can have a stream where literally I don't ever ask for a contribution. You can have that. But that means you will have constant things, advertisements around you, paid product placements, shilling constantly. So it's either way, it's a necessary evil. You understand? That's how life and business is working right now as a content creator. There used to be a time when none of that existed. Did you know that? You have to go back. If you go back all the way to, 2008, I didn't make $1 doing this. 2.5 years, never advertised, right? then from the years of 2011 all the way through arguably like 2015, 2016, again, it was all ad revenue that I made my living on. There was no asking for anything. So no begging, didn't exist, right? It wasn't until it became unviable to make a living like that anymore that I had to change. I had to adapt, right?
In 2017, the bottom fell out on YouTube. They lost most of their major advertisers, and it became completely impossible for someone like me to still make a living doing YouTube full time. So I said, I got to do something different and drastic. I changed myself. I evolved. I became a full-time beggar.
So if you don't like it, I understand. I don't like to be advertised to. I don't like to be asked for things constantly either. I'm on the same page as you. I agree with you. There are days when I do it too much or I do it in too of a pushy way. I'm trying to get better at it. I certainly hope that you feel that I have improved since a year ago when I was playing Scorn, and so many people rightly roasted me on the internet for the way that I went about it during that time, and everyone's like, dude, he's crazy, like, doing it like that. It sounds so ungrateful. You're right. Absolutely 100%. I watched myself back, and I cringed. I said, wow, that was fucked up the way that I went about it. It's tricky. It's absolutely tricky. Because if I don't mention it, yes, I will end up having incredibly slow, combos of days, right? But if I do mention it, then everyone's pissed at me. So it's like, where's the happy medium, right? And the thing is, we need to figure that out, right? We need to figure that out. I want to do the right thing with my audience so that it's not constant asking, but at the same time, it's not, the opposite where I go out of business. It's got to be a happy medium. It's just like with the YouTube videos, too. For the longest time, everything was 10 to 15 minute videos on YouTube with ads all over them. And then people got angry at me and said, no, you should make the videos longer. Well, what's the happy medium? Is it an hour? Is it a half an hour? And I experimented with all these things over the years, and finally we settled in on hour-long videos. What's funny is to this day, some people say, that's too long, you should have went back to 30 minutes again. Right? Can't win no matter what you do. But I thank you for the feedback. I appreciate you being honest and actually not being insulting, because I don't feel that this comment is insulting in any way. This is someone who actually wanted to contribute in a very constructive manner. I agree with you, and I think that we need to work on this in order to get better. And I thank you for your feedback. I would love for you guys to please give me that feedback. What is the happy medium? And by the way, the happy medium is not get those product placements and start shilling. No, it's not. Because I'm completely against that. You understand? I don't want to become that. The whole point of me being on the internet making content for you is not to shill a product to you I don't care about. I don't do that shit. I want to be a content creator who enjoys what he does every day and feels good about it at the end of the day, not someone who has to sell junk in order to make a living. Alright? I'm not fucking Billy Mays selling a fucking Zorbies today. I'm a dude sharing my passion for games and podcasting and fun with an interactive audience, and I just so happen to be lucky enough that I make a living doing it, but we have to find a way to make it viable so it's not annoying to you as well. I agree with you. We have to figure this out. Okay?
Oh my god, he's drinking sperm. So, here we go. I'm obviously begging right now because I'm going to mention, since the end of the podcast, guys, today, 2 major ways you can support the stream. Number 1, I am looking to hopefully get more members on the channel and get it up to 520. That would be a great thing by the end of today. If you could consider becoming a member or getting some memberships, that'd be great. And of course, I am trying to hit the tier 1 tips goal on every stream that I do. We're already halfway there and haven't even started with the gameplay yet, so that's great. It would be great if you could support the stream via that way. That would be very helpful, and thank you in advance. So beg, 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 beg. There you go. Here's a nice begging session for all of you. I know it's absolutely obnoxious. You can't stand it. So there you go. What a horrible e-beggar. And he's demanding that his fans pay for all of his supplies. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind. And it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.